into Russian interference in the election, amid accusations he misled the Senate about his own communications with Russian officials.
I have now decided to recuse myself from any existing or future investigations of any matter relating in any way to the campaigns for President of the United States.
It comes down to this moment from the Attorney General's Senate confirmation hearing. Sessions saying he had no contact with the Russians during the campaign.
If there is any evidence that anyone affiliated with the Trump campaign communicated with the Russian government in the course of this campaign, what will you do?
Senator Franken, I'm not aware of any of those activities. I have been called a surrogate at a time or two in that campaign. I did not have communications with the Russians.
But it turns out he did. The Washington Post first reporting, Sessions met with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak twice in the final months of the campaign. First at a gathering in Cleveland during the Republican National Convention, and again on September 8th in Sessions' Senate office.
We need to make America great again.
Sessions was one of Trump's top advisors in the campaign, the first sitting senator to endorse it. His September meeting with the Russian ambassador came in the middle of the controversy over the election hacking, and just one day after candidate Trump said this about Russian President Vladimir Putin.
If he says great things about me, I'm going to say great things about him. He's been a leader far more than our president has been a leader.
So did that moment come up in Sessions' meeting with the Russian ambassador? Today, Sessions says he does not remember what, if anything, they discussed about the campaign.
I don't recall, but most of these ambassadors are pretty gossipy, and they like this was in the campaign season, but I don't recall any specific political discussion.
Sessions said he met with Kislyak purely in his capacity as a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, and that the meeting during the GOP convention was a brief encounter with other ambassadors present.
Let me be clear. I never had meetings with Russian operatives or Russian intermediaries about the Trump campaign. And the idea that I was part of a, quote, continuing exchange of information during the campaign between Trump surrogates and intermediaries for the Russian government is totally false.
But the Attorney General acknowledged today that he could have been more forthcoming at his confirmation hearing, saying he was, quote, taken aback by Senator Franken's question.
And with retrospect, I should have slowed down and said, but I did meet one Russian official a couple of times. That would be the ambassador.
And Pierre Thomas with us live from the Justice Department tonight. And Pierre, what's the status of the investigation into Russia's meddling at this point into the election? And what happens now that the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, has recused himself? Who takes over?
The FBI is still investigating Russian interference in the election, still searching to see if anyone tied to Trump had contact with Russian intelligence. Any investigation of the Russians now will be overseen by acting Deputy Attorney General Dana Bente, appointed by President Obama. Dana?
Pierre Thomas there at the Justice Department, and the Trump supporter behind him proudly waving that flag. In the meantime, President Trump and the White House saying they did not know that Jeff Sessions met with the ambassador during the campaign. The president, during a visit to an aircraft carrier in Virginia today, standing by his attorney general, saying he shouldn't recuse himself. But a short time later on national television, that is exactly what he did. ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega from Norfolk.
During a tour of a new aircraft carrier in Virginia today, President Trump offering his full support for his embattled attorney general.
Mr. President, you still have confidence in the attorney general?
Still, the president saying he had no idea about Jeff Sessions' conversations with the Russian ambassador.
Were you aware that he's going to the Russian ambassador?
In fact, White House sources tell ABC News administration officials first learned about that contact overnight when the story broke in the Washington Post. Today, what should have been a victory lap after the president's speech to Congress was overshadowed by yet another round of questions about his team's contacts with Russia during the campaign. For months, the president insisting there were no contacts. To me in January, did you or anyone in your campaign have any contact with Russia leading up to or during the campaign? Not at all, he said. And to ABC's John Carl 2 weeks ago.
Can you say definitively that nobody on your campaign had any contacts with the Russians during the campaign? And on the leaks, is it fake news or are these real leaks?
Well, the leaks are real. You're the one that wrote about them and reported them.
The first part of my question, the contacts, can you definitively say that nobody?
Well, I have nothing to do with it. I have nothing to do with Russia. I told you. I have no deals there. I have no anything.
He has already lost one key aide over it. The president fired his national security advisor Michael Flynn for lying about the nature of his conversations with the Russian ambassador. And tonight, another revelation. The president's son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner met with Flynn and the same ambassador at Trump Tower in December. The same time the Obama administration was deciding how to punish Russia for meddling in the election. And that ambassador, Sergei Kislyak, also right there in the Capitol on Tuesday for the president's speech to Congress. The White House hoped to still be basking in the glow of that speech. Instead, they are now trying to explain their Russian connection and fending off what they call political attacks.
All right, so let's go live to Cecilia Vega. She's in Norfolk, Virginia tonight. And Cecilia, Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, one of his closest aides, and now we're learning that he too met with the Russian ambassador during the transition.
He did, David, in December. The meeting, we're told, lasted about 20 minutes, and they discussed the relationship between the two countries. A White House spokeswoman tells us that Jared Kushner meets with foreign dignitaries on a regular basis. But, David, as you know,